Yo, chat, bro. Look, listen. I'm not even finna get. My phone. Chill. I'm gonna show you my armpits. Chill. But anyways, chat. Listen, bro. Listen. I know I haven't streamed for y'all in a minute, and I keep promising y'all that I'm gonna be consistent and stuff like that. So I'm not even finna give y'all the love old sad stream and stuff like that. You know, let's just say things got knocked off track, but we're actually back for good. You know. Listen. Today's stream. Hold on, wait. If you joined the stream because you seen the title, or if you came from YouTube, or if you're seeing this on YouTube, we're going to learn some history today. Yeah, we're gonna be learning history on the rock and roll. So listen. Oh yeah, hold on. Y'all peep the haircut though? Peep the haircut. Oh yeah, chat. Listen. I let go of the back taper. Back tapers in the big 2-6 is very useless because it looks so disgusting when it grows back, and it's like, ugh. You know, and then I feel like no back taper, it looks way cleaner, it feels cleaner, and it is cleaner. Let go of the back tapers. All 2026, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I let go of my back taper, got the fresh cut, you know what I mean? So we decked out, got it going on. Oh, alright, but anyways, though, we are going to attend a history class. Because, you know, I am a fellow rock lover. You know what I mean? I've been into rock ever since the beginning of time for me, you know. I've been on this earth for 15 years. And and I really want to tap into more rock and just like not participating or listening to the music just blindly, you know. So I want to get in tune and get more tapped in, you know. So we will be attending a history class about the era of rocks since it was there to now to modern time. And if you know or not, rock is number 3rd as of 2026 rankings of music. I think hip hop / rap is first. Second, I forgot what was second, but I know rock is 3rd. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, chat. All right, so the title of the video is basically what I said. The rock era. Yo, don't spell L reader. Chill. Let me go ahead and restart to that. Every rock era explained in 18 minutes. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have rock and roll, British invasion, hard rock, glam rock, and punk. Dang, twin, you good? You got new wave, grunge, and Britpop, post rock, and digital era. Now, chat, like I said, I want to tap more into this because I don't really know anything, really. You know what I mean? We all got to start somewhere. So we're starting today by taking a history class. So let's get our history. Go ahead and get y'all notebooks out. Go ahead and get y'all notebooks and pencils out. On my pencil. Notebooks and pencils out. Take notes. Okay. You will be graded after class. All right. Let's go and hydrate. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Before we start this, let's go ahead and hydrate. Replenish. All right, let's go.
Rock and roll.
Wait. Wait. Gotta put the headphones in. Yo, I hope this not like blasting into my ears, bro. Please don't blast into my ears, bro. Please.
Rock and roll emerged in the United States in the early 1950s as a new musical genre, born from the intersection of several traditions: rhythm and blues, gospel, and country music. This style took root in African American communities in the South, where
Okay, that's what I like to see.
artists like Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Fats Domino, and Big Joe Turner used amplified instruments and dynamic rhythms to create an innovative musical form. Despite their decisive contributions, they were often sidelined in the commercial circuits of the time. In 1954, Elvis Presley's recording of That's All Right for Sun Records marked a turning point. A young white singer from Memphis, Presley drew heavily from the vocal and stage styles of black musicians, helping to popularize rock and roll among a wider audience. Other artists like Chuck Berry, Little Richard, Bo Diddley, and Jerry Lee Lewis also
Okay, okay. I like to see this.
helped define the genre's core elements: electric guitars, rhythmic lyrics, and high-energy performances. Technological and media advances helped accelerate the development of rock and roll. The rise of portable radios, jukeboxes, and 45 RPM records.
Yo, chat. I just realized, bro. I have not seen a jukebox in a hot minute. Yo. Where did jukeboxes go? I have not seen them in a hot minute. I remember walking into like a diner when I was a kid. Last time I ever seen one. I remember you had to like put the quarters in them. Last time I ever seen one. Are they even still around? How much would they go for now?
Made the genre more accessible, especially to young people. Television shows like American Bandstand brought these artists to national attention. This era also saw the emergence of a true youth music market, with rock serving as a cultural identity marker. Despite its success, rock and roll faced strong opposition. Religious and political figures denounced its supposedly subversive influences. The genre's African American roots and its celebration of the body and individual freedom sparked public debate. Yet these criticisms only bolstered rock's popularity as it continued to spread nationwide.
Oh my goodness, look at those stats, bro. Bro, this was in 2013, yo? Bro, this is what I like to see, bro. This is what I like to see. You know, honestly, it needs to rock. I know, okay, rock is third right now, but let's go ahead and push it to number one. That's in my opinion, though. That's in my opinion.
By the late 1950s, rock and roll was firmly entrenched in the American music industry. The tragic deaths of figures like Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper in 1959 marked a key moment in its history. Still, these events didn't slow its rise. Rock and roll entered a new phase, ready to evolve into forms that would define the next decade: British invasion. In the early 1960s, a musical phenomenon from the United Kingdom profoundly reshaped the global rock scene. Known as the British Invasion, this movement truly began in 1964 with the arrival of the Beatles in the United States. Their appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show drew tens of millions of viewers and marked a pivotal moment in American music history. The Beatles' success paved the way for a wave of British bands conquering the US market: the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, the Animals, and the Who.
What? Okay. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. They all look like clones, bro. Bro, they look like some type of long lost, distant cousins, relatives, or something. Was that hairstyle popular in that time, in that place? Like, it's all same hairstyle, just different fonts. Like,
These groups reinterpreted blues, rock and roll, and folk with a fresh aesthetic. Their songs, often more aggressive or sophisticated than those of their predecessors, redefined audience expectations and left a lasting mark on the music industry. Each band developed a unique identity. The Beatles blended vocal harmony and sonic experimentation. The Rolling Stones opted for a raw, provocative style, while The Who brought theatrical destruction and conceptual storytelling to the stage. This diversity reflected the cultural ferment of the 1960s, a time of social upheaval, protest, and a rising youth consciousness. Economically, the British invasion disrupted the music industry's status quo. American labels revised their strategies, and international tours became more common. This era also marked the album's emergence as a full artistic statement, gradually replacing the single as the standard unit. The British invasion unfolded alongside broader socio-political movements. The 1960s saw civil rights campaigns, pacifist activism, and challenges to traditional authority. British artists joined this cultural shift by incorporating social, psychedelic, or philosophical themes into their lyrics. By the decade's end, the movement gave way to more psychedelic and progressive musical forms. Yet its impact endured. It contributed to rock's globalization, professionalized bands, and established new artistic standards that would shape future generations. Hard rock. Hard rock emerged in the late 1960s, mainly in the UK and the US, as a louder, more amplified evolution of rock music. It was defined by distorted electric guitars, intense rhythms, powerful vocals, and commanding stage presence. Drawing from blues rock, psychedelic rock, and garage rock, hard rock quickly carved out its niche. Among its founding acts, Led Zeppelin holds a central place. Formed in 1968, the band blended raw energy with musical sophistication. Deep Purple, active during the same period, favored technical prowess, marked by memorable riffs and virtuosic solos. Black Sabbath, also formed in 1968, introduced a darker tone, tackling themes like death, war, and religion, laying the groundwork for heavy metal while remaining rooted in hard rock. In the 1970s, the genre expanded globally. Australia's AC/DC built its identity on simple, effective structures and energetic performances. In the US, Aerosmith blended hard rock with blues influences, while Kiss captivated audiences with elaborate visuals and spectacular concerts. Queen pushed the genre into melodic and theatrical directions. Hard rock remained distinct from heavy metal, which grew faster, darker, and more technical. Hard rock kept a more traditional musical structure and melodic richness, making it more accessible to mainstream audiences. The 1980s marked a commercial peak, with glam metal's rise, defined by catchy choruses, media saturation, and flamboyant visuals. Bands like Bon Jovi, Motley Crue, and Def Leppard packed stadiums and dominated MTV.
See, bro, like, I'm so locked out. I don't know any of these people. Like, see, my knowledge gap on rock is just like, bro, it's just not even close, bro. Like, I really need to tap in, bro. Like, all right, first off, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They look badass, bro. Like, yo, definitely. Like,
Hard rock became a mass cultural product. By the late 1980s, its influence waned, challenged by grunge and alternative movements. Yet many hard rock bands continued to record, tour, and influence the music scene. The genre remains a cornerstone of rock history, known for its power, longevity, and cross-generational appeal. Glam rock and punk. At the turn of the 1970s, two opposing currents emerged almost simultaneously within rock music. Glam rock emphasized flamboyance and theatricality, while punk rejected any form of sophistication. Together, they represented two different ways of challenging established norms. Glam rock originated in the UK, championed by artists like David Bowie, T-Rex, Roxy Music, and Sweet. These musicians embraced the codes of performance and pushed them to extremes: makeup, androgynous outfits, and provocative postures. Their music remained accessible, built around pop structures and catchy choruses, but image played an equally vital role.
I don't like how this picture is just like, bro looks like so horrified and just staring into my soul, bro.
Bowie, through his alter ego Ziggy Stardust, introduced a new aesthetic in which...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I mess with this. Like, Ziggy Stardust, that sound like a Marvel character in their comics. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's hard. That's hard. I feel like, listen, it should be like, it's just a regular name, but you gotta really think about it though. Really think about it. Ziggy Stardust. Who do you know is just naming themselves Ziggy Stardust? See, y'all not really thinking about how I'm thinking about it though. Like, I feel like Stardust is like the cherry on top of it. You know, it's like the foundation and the cherry on top at the same time, if that makes sense.
Performance was as important as the song itself. At the same time, punk was taking shape in the urban centers of London and New York. It emerged as a reaction against what its supporters viewed as the excesses of commercial rock. Bands like the Sex Pistols, The Clash, The Ramones, and Dead Boys.
I'm not gonna lie. The band Sex Pistols. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. The Clash, mediocre. I'm not saying like off of their music. I'm like saying like off of their names and stuff like that. The Ramones, mediocre. The Dead Boys. They had to make some like some. They had to like make some like some music that's like I don't know. I feel like okay. I haven't listened to them. So like if I had to assume like what type of like what their music would kind of relate to. Like I feel like it would be like it has something to do with like the undead almost. You know what I mean? Like mainly leaning into like the zombie. You know,
projected virtuosity, extended solos, and elaborate production. Their music was raw, loud, and often chaotic, featuring lyrics that were either politically engaged or cynically humorous. Punk celebrated spontaneity, attitude, and autonomy, often operating outside the traditional structures of the music industry. Though glam and punk had different aims, they shared a common desire to break away from convention. Glam rock challenged gender norms and embraced ambiguous personas, while punk directly attacked institutions, the media, and politics. Their audiences were distinct, but their cultural impact was comparable. Glam rock reached its peak in the early 1970s, influencing fashion, television, and even film. While it didn't gain widespread popularity in the US, it paved the way for glam metal in the following decade. Punk, on the other hand, developed around local scenes, fanzines, and independent labels. It never dominated the charts, but left a deep mark on the identity of alternative rock. By the end of the decade, glam rock was fading, while punk evolved into new forms like post-punk, hardcore, and new wave. These subgenres continued punk's original energy while incorporating more diverse and sometimes experimental elements. Far from being passing trends, glam rock and punk redefined what rock could be, a space for free expression, whether projecting an image or challenging the status quo. New wave. New wave emerged in the late 1970s as an artistic and technological response to the evolution of punk and the rise of new sonic possibilities. While retaining punk's spirit of rebellion, it chose a more melodic, visually driven, and electronically experimental path. This movement took root mainly in the UK and the US, gaining momentum through bands like Talking Heads, The Cure, Blondie,
holy.
Devo.
Okay, Talking Heads, okay. The Cure. Oh, y'all music can just cure me. Okay.
And Duran Duran. These artists introduced synthetic sounds, drum machines, and cleaner production, contrasting with punk's rawness. Guitars were still present, but now shared the soundscape with keyboards and digital effects. Beyond its sound, new wave was distinguished by its visual identity. The arrival of MTV in 1981 played a central role in this shift. Music videos became artistic extensions of the songs. Stylized, and often conceptual, visuals became essential to each band's identity. Hairstyles, makeup, and fashion all became part of the message. Lyrically, new wave addressed a wide range of themes: alienation, modernity, consumer society, and detached love. The tone could be cold, ironic, or even absurd. This dissonance contributed to a unique atmosphere, one of emotional distance and a search for identity in an increasingly technological world. Commercially, new wave achieved major success. Bands like The Police, Eurythmics, and A-ha found massive audiences both on radio and television. Their ability to blend accessibility with inventiveness allowed the genre to reach a wide demographic. From nightclubs to living rooms, new wave songs became omnipresent. Structurally, new wave was not a homogeneous genre. It encompassed a variety of subcurrents, some leaning toward pop rock, others toward post-punk, funk, or even avant-garde. This diversity enriched the movement, though it also made its definition somewhat elusive. By the mid-1980s, new wave began to evolve. Some bands pursued more commercial sounds, while others veered into darker or more experimental territory.
I'm telling y'all, we dead.
The movement laid the groundwork for synth pop, goth rock, and alternative indie. More than just a musical style, new wave represented an era where technology, image, and sound merged.
Bro,
it marked a trend.
I cannot wait to get a sick ass a sick ass leather jacket, bro, like a black leather jacket.
Transition in rock towards a more electronic, conceptual world, deeply shaped by emerging media. Grunge and Britpop. In the early 1990s, two major movements redefined the rock landscape: each rooted in a distinct cultural context. Grunge, born in the United States, expressed deep discomfort and disillusionment with consumer society and the legacy of the 1980s. Britpop, emerging shortly after in the United Kingdom, instead embraced national pride and pop-driven optimism in opposition to American dominance. Together, these two movements reflected the social and musical tensions of a generation in flux. Grunge took shape in Seattle at the end of the 1980s, growing out of a local scene influenced by punk, metal, and indie rock. Bands like Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and Alice in Chains developed a heavy, saturated sound that was emotionally raw. Their lyrics explored dark themes: loneliness, depression, social alienation. The aesthetic was minimalist, even disheveled, a deliberate rejection of the visual excesses of 1980s glam metal. Nirvana's Nevermind, released in 1991, marked a watershed moment. The album became a global hit and thrust grunge into the cultural mainstream. Yet this sudden exposure clashed with the underground spirit and anti-celebrity ethos that originally fueled the movement. Kurt Cobain's suicide in 1994 came to symbolize, for many, the
Dang, bro. Rest in peace, Kurt Cobain, bro. R.I.P., bro.
end of this era. Meanwhile, in the UK, Britpop emerged as a direct counter to grunge and American cultural influence. Bands like Blur, Oasis, Pulp, and Suede revived a focus on British themes and styles. Drawing inspiration from 1960s rock icons like the Beatles and the Kinks, their music featured clear melodies and lyrics rooted in everyday life. Britpop celebrated optimism, but also explored class identity, nostalgia, and a uniquely British sense of humor. The media-fueled rivalry between Blur and Oasis, especially their simultaneous releases in 1995, turned into a national spectacle and cultural milestone. Despite their differences, both grunge and Britpop shared a common goal: to reject the norms of the previous decade. Grunge deconstructed the image of the rock star as a heroic figure, while Britpop aimed to reclaim a local musical identity after years of foreign influence. By the late 1990s, both scenes began to fade. Some bands evolved, others disbanded, but their impact was lasting. Each, in its own way, redefined what rock could mean for a new generation. Post-rock. From the 1990s onward, a new musical movement emerged on the fringes of traditional rock: post-rock. This term refers to an experimental approach that questioned rock's usual structures, song formats, and even its sonic vocabulary. Post-rock isn't a rejection of rock, but rather an attempt to transcend it by exploring new expressive avenues. Post-rock bands moved away from traditional verse-chorus formats in favor of long, evolving instrumental compositions. These were often built on repetition, gradual progressions, and dynamic shifts. Emphasis was placed on textures, atmospheres, and volume changes rather than immediate melodies or lyrics. This brought post-rock closer to minimalist music, jazz, contemporary classical, or film scores. Foundational artists include Talk Talk, whose later albums broke away from conventional pop. Their 1988 album, Spirit of Eden, marked this transition. In the following decade, groups like Slint, Tortoise, Mogwai, Godspeed You!, Black Emperor, and Sigur Rós established a distinct post-rock language. Each had a unique approach. Slint favored rough, repetitive sounds. Tortoise incorporated jazz structures. Godspeed offered orchestral intensity. Sigur Rós created ethereal soundscapes with lyrics in invented Icelandic. Post-rock was never a commercially dominant genre. It developed through independent labels, niche audiences, and specialized media. Still, it earned critical acclaim for its innovation and its...
Hey, while y'all watching along, y'all better be learning something too, you know what I'm saying? You can learn something you didn't even know. So I'm learning stuff that I definitely didn't know. That's why I was watching the video in the first place.
Bold reshaping of what rock music could be. At the same time, post-rock influenced other genres. Shoegaze, ambient, and metal bands often adopted post-rock elements in their compositions. Even mainstream acts like Radiohead, particularly from their album Kid A onward, drew on its aesthetics to reinvent their sound. Post-rock remains a fluid, sometimes controversial label. It describes more of a creative process than a defined genre. What unites artists under this banner is a shared desire to explore sonic possibilities free from inherited conventions. Even today, post-rock continues to evolve. Though it remains outside mainstream circuits, it holds a strong influence in alternative music circles. It represents a form of artistic exploration within rock, focused on atmosphere, duration, and immersive listening experiences. Digital era. Since the early 2010s, rock music has evolved within a land.
Hey, bro, 2010's best year, bro. Well, number one, the GOAT was born in it. And then number two, 2000, like, you cannot go wrong with 2010, bro. Like,
Landscape profoundly shaped by digital technology. Often referred to as the digital era, this phase is defined by cultural, technological, and economic shifts that have transformed how music is produced, distributed, and experienced. While rock has lost some of its central position in popular culture, it continues to reinvent itself through hybrid forms and digitally connected experiences. Streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube have disrupted traditional distribution models. These new listening habits prioritize speed and accessibility, rewarding artists who adapt to short-form content and playlist-driven visibility. The album has lost some of its symbolic weight, while singles have regained prominence. Within this environment, rock increasingly blends with other genres. Acts like Imagine Dragons, 21 Pilots, and Youngblood fuse rock with elements of electronic music, hip-hop, and pop. The boundaries between genres are dissolving, and even the concept of a fixed rock identity is evolving. This musical hybridization reflects a broader cultural moment defined by fluidity and cross-pollination. The independent scene remains vibrant, supported by more accessible production tools and direct-to-fan digital distribution. Bands like Arctic Monkeys, Tame Impala, and Måneskin maintain a recognizable rock identity while embracing contemporary sounds. Visual presentation, amplified by social media and video platforms, is now as crucial as the music itself in shaping an artist's persona. Live performance has also changed. Concerts remain important for artist legitimacy, but now
dang, bro. Bro right here is singing his heart out. Yo, twin, no. There is no way you should have 2 feet in the air, mouth wide open, yo. Bro is dead singing his heart out, bro. Chill.
Exist with virtual formats,
that's
live
crazy.
streams, and increased fan interactivity. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated this shift, prompting artists to rethink their connection to audiences via digital means.
No, I actually
Though
know
rock
that.
is no longer the dominant chart genre, it continues to thrive in multiple forms. It adapts to the digital landscape through experimentation, image building, and genre fusion. This era doesn't signify the end of rock, but rather its transformation into a more decentralized yet still vital creative force. The digital age is redefining rock's role in a globalized, interconnected, and constantly evolving world. Rock and roll.
Dang, chat. Yo, I'm not gonna lie though. That was a good little history sesh, bro. Like, I really enjoyed that, bro. Like, actually. Like, child, actually, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, that right there, that just made me really think. You know what I mean? Like, wow, that's a real, yeah. Wow, bro. That was like, oh my goodness, bro. I might just shed a tear, bro. That was so beautiful, bro. That amazing. Like, you learn something new every day. You know what I mean? Like, this was a great history session. Bag up my breath stink. All right, yeah. Let me just, yeah, okay, yeah. This did see, bro. This is why I don't never do nothing, bro. But yeah, chat. That's really it for this stream. You know what I mean? Y'all obviously know we stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I will be more consistent. I'm actually locked in now. I just be getting busy throughout the week. Excuse me, getting kind of tired, but I be like mad busy through the week, bro. And then when it's time to stream for y'all, it just be like, can I get a break? You know what I mean? Cause I be trying not to burn out, you know, cause then your head gets to hurt and then you be cooked. But drop if you're seeing this on YouTube, drop in the comments what you learned from this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. You know, I hope you learned some stuff that you wanted to know and that you didn't know. You know what I mean? Uh, and yeah, that's it for the stream. You know, I love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Come back for some more, and y'all gonna watch. Y'all gonna watch me get to the top. You know what I mean? Like, says that. Cause we gonna keep going, keep grinding, keep being us, and keep going till we up there at the top. And y'all are gonna see it the whole way through, thick and thin. But yeah, let me go ahead and get out y'all way. Love y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Come back for more, and yeah.